Hello. I started my vlog very abruptly this morning because I ruined breakfast.
I can't believe what I've done. I put my oatmeal in the microwave without any water and it started burning. I really can't. You also are not getting a full picture of how much smoke there is. Wow.
It's like 9:50 in the morning and I've just driven to my therapist's office. Today is her last day. And so she was like, it might be a little unethical if we don't see each other again just because you don't have health insurance. But anyway, look at this trolley. Who does trolley tours in Minneapolis? I've never seen this before.
Check out this spooky part of my apartment building. Menacing.
It's been a couple hours since I've got back. I even had a whole other therapy session with a separate doctor since I got back. So I haven't just been doing nothing with my time. But yeah, it was sad to say goodbye to Dr. Meg. She's been working with me for 3 years, and I would say that my the number one things I'm taking away from my relationship with her is just realizing that I have ADHD and how to navigate my life with that, which has been a big topic of conversation for me. Because like I said, well, I don't know if I said this actually, but I took a 3-hour psychological exam, which included some neurological testing and an intelligence exam. And it shows that there are things in I got a 22-page PDF results packet that shows that there's so many different ways to measure like brain activity. And in some ways, my brain is really advanced, but in some ways, my brain is significantly impaired in ways that I am seeing in my life as I like research them and I understand what they are, because it says, okay, you have like poor visuospatial awareness or something. It's like, okay, what does that mean? What would that look like? Is there anything I could do about it? What accommodations might I make for this? And like just understanding myself better that way. Like for example, I have made this joke, but I feel like I keyboard smash my way through the 3D world. Like me and being 3D has never sat right with me. I have honestly spent so much time feeling anger that I have to exist in a body because I'm just really bad at it, right? I'm constantly spilling things, constantly knocking things over, dropping things, using too much force, too little force. And I was reading last night about one of my intelligence markers is that I have really slow processing speed, and that manifests itself in a lot of ways. But they told me for the visuospatial like part of it to like when you're about to do something, take just a second and visualize what you're gonna do. So like for example, last night I was trying to add chopped onions in a Tupperware container to a sandwich, right? And this would usually be a situation where there's onions everywhere, and I'm like, oh, why am I so clumsy? And I'm cleaning it up with a paper towel, right? But I was like holding the Tupperware, and I was like looking at where the onions are in the Tupperware, and then looking at my sandwich and thinking like, which ones should I scoop that will land on the sandwich? And I know that that sounds like, if you've never struggled with this, that probably sounds so obvious, but I like did it, and just by visualizing what I was gonna do a split second ahead of doing it, I didn't spill it all, and it felt really profound to me. Like I've learned a skill. I have learned a new tactic to help combat some of the uh, obnoxious parts of my ADHD, but also some of the really painful parts. So, anyway, I don't know why I started talking about this, but So it is 5:30. I want to do 4 1-hour sessions. So for the first hour, I just want to do chores on my everyday chores list. I'm just going to focus on getting chores done. For the second hour, I am going to relax and play a little diamond dart game while listening to my book on tape because I need to catch up before we have book club tomorrow. The third hour, I want to do some analyzing and some like scheduling on my to-do list, like think about that ADHD packet more, write in my diary, like analyze my feelings and behavior. This is like an analysis hour. And then on the fourth hour, I want to get up in that goddamn loft and start organizing it. And I want, because I have this loft, right? I have this loft. I'm gonna put the camera way the fuck up there on the selfie stick. Okay, you see this loft up here? Now, that actually goes through the kitchen wall here. We're walking into my boudoir. So can you see how my apartment is laid out here? Long closet, and then my bedroom is directly on the opposite side of the wall as the kitchen. And so this is where the loft comes out on the other side. So you can see the window there, and you can just see what a dusty cat hair filled nightmare this is up here. And I have just got to start tackling it piece by piece because if I don't, it's never going to get done. There is like just so much dust and allergens up there. On top of like, you know, I keep like special memory stuff up there and it's just sitting in Tupperware boxes in no order. I never look at it because it's in such a disaster state. So I really need to pare down on all the shit I have up there. It's not just a garbage dump. It could be an actual space in my apartment. But first I'm gonna have lunch. Here I have coffee. I make my coffee with a tea bag. And then a ham, cheese, onion, mayo, mustard sandwich on sprouted bread with an apple and a pear. Okay, well, I finished eating my meal. And yeah, I'm smoking weed again, by the way. I don't know if I put this in a video before, but my uncle gave me an ounce. Shit. Um, well, like, yeah, I'm feeling unmotivated actually to start this process. But you know what? I'm unemployed. There are things I need to do. I've made commitments to myself to take care of myself and my home and my well-being. And I'm feeling a little fatigued because I was mopping and scrubbing my ass off yesterday, like on the ground, hands and knees, like scrubbing my shit. So okay, I'm a little bit physical tired. I'm out of shape. I'm a little bit physical tired. I'm a little bit physically tired, but I'm out of shape. And the way that you build stamina is that you push through and you keep on exercising, right? So I am going to force myself to do these things. And I'm going to start with an hour of chores. This for me is the purchase of the year. It's a visual timer. It's designed for autistic children, so you can drop it, you can get it wet, you can be as clumsy as you want with it, and you can carry it around with you. And okay, so I'm set it at an hour, and I am going to be doing these chores. I went a little overboard with the chores this week, but I'm really trying to focus on this shit. And so far, I don't think I have any of it done except for my morning routine, like taking a shower, brushing my teeth, that kind of thing. So I'm going to be working on these. Okay, so I actually just added some things up, and I've already met my water goal for the day. 93 ounces, by the way. Oh, Jesus. 93 ounces, by the way, but we got it. I also just cleaned the cat box, which I will spare you. It's only been 5 minutes.
Now it's time to stretch my body on the yoga mat. This is my view while stretching. Those aren't stretches that I use. Gotta admit, I got some nice legs though. Okay, I finished my stretch routine, but I got a little distracted by a ladybug on the ceiling and some sirens outside. So now 22 minutes. Oh, wait. No. 17 minutes have gone by. I can read clocks. And next thing I'm going to do is I've made the goal of doing just 5 minutes on my little stepper. It's like nothing, but I can't seem to implement it as a habit at all. So I'm just saying 5 minutes. You can handle it. 5 minutes on the stepper every day. There she is, the impulsive purchase I made that I've used maybe 3 times in the half year I've had it. But I'm going to be using it now, damn it. I did it. I took 232 steps in 5 minutes. Okay, we got the 5-stepper right there. Next, I'm looking at my hands, and I think that next what I'm gonna have to do is grooming and nails, which I did not do yesterday. Okay, so now they're pink, and you can see a little bit of black because I've been using a black undercoat on them, but that will just wash off when I'm washing my hands. So we did that, but I had a hell of a time getting it on the page without putting my nail polish on there. Ooh, they look like shit. They look like shit right now. I'll show you them later. They're gonna look good, I promise. I promise these are gonna look good. But my nails are really wet, so I think that what I'm gonna do is brain games, which were recommended to me in my ADHD psych evaluation. I remember words and I use them well. Okay, got that done. Now I'm gonna work on some food goals, which is I need to eat one last meal and I need to reach my protein goal. So protein, I want to eat 60 grams a day. Fruits and vegetables, I want 5 servings, and then calories. I have a calorie app where I'm just trying to stay under a real reasonable amount. So let's see what that looks like. Actually, I got a little too high, and the aura of the living room is all off, and I'm gonna fix it because it's terrifying. Like, ew, oh my god. So much better. I felt like I was in a police interrogation room or something in here. These oranges are such sluts. Like, they're so juicy, they just fall apart when you try and peel them. I'm also gonna put this orange peel in my weed jar because it dried out a little bit, and if you just leave an orange peel in there overnight, it will freshen it, make it more moist, moist it up, make it a little sticky instead of crumbly, you know? So that is my plan. I did everything to get the pickle smell out of this pickle jar. And like the jar itself wasn't bad, but it's the lid. Like there's this waxy substance underneath the lid, and I like scrubbed it with a mixture of baking soda and Dawn dish soap and like left it overnight, and it still smells like damn pickles. Okay, so I made myself a little burrito, and I also had enough calories left to have a non-alcoholic beer. By the way, this is like a favorite non-alcoholic beer among people who buy non-alcoholic beer. And I urge you to be careful because my liquor store is price gouging the shit out of this beer. Like it's $23 for a 6-pack at the liquor store, but $11 for a 6-pack at the Cub Foods. So shop around. I'm telling you, if they're charging you too much. So now I've satisfied all 3 of these as well.
Okay guys, well I just got done editing this video and we got quite a lot of chores done. I'm probably gonna get more tonight still, but I'm just gonna call it here for the video. Thank you for watching and I will see you on my next one. Bye! Also, I realized that we abandoned this concept like halfway through the video, but trust me, this thing is revolutionizing my life. You will be seeing more of this. Bye!